Okay, hello everyone, this is me, Ryan, here in Japan. Some of you know me as John Doe, right? So, what we have been suspected is coming in the past couple of weeks is actually going to happen. Shinzo Abe has announced that plans to restart more nuclear reactors in Japan this year. Now, what he is saying is that this is dependent on the new nuclear safety standards, which are expected to come out this July. And after that, he says any reactors that pass inspections are going to be turned back on. As he says, stable energy supply is fundamental to what he calls Abenomics, which is his form of economy, what he thinks is a good economy, right? So a little bit of the details here are a bit interesting, right? Number one, he says that they are working with the TEPCO, Kansai Electric Power, always different power companies, to ensure that they are prepared for these new safety standards so they can pass them, right? So that stinks to high heaven, man, all right? You know, you have this, the new nuclear regulatory agency struggling to maintain their independence. And then you have the Prime Minister saying, oh, well, you know, we're going to tell the power companies exactly what we're planning to do so they can be ready to get through it. Now, do you think, you know, that these power companies are not going to be able to know exactly what's coming so they can kind of give suggestions under the table? Not, you know, considering the history of the nuclear industry in Japan, the power industry in Japan, of course that's going to go down, right? But another interesting detail of this is that also recently TEPCO announced that this summer they can comfortably supply energy to Japan due to 3 thermal not nuclear, but thermal power plants were recently restarted. Now, you know, thermal power, of course, comes from the ground. It's heated water that produces a steam that can run a generator, right? So they're okay this summer. And summertime in Japan, especially in Tokyo, is where we get our max load for the year, especially for the summer. So they're ready, they're fine. They don't need to turn on nuclear reactors. So if that's the case, then what's really going on here, okay? Of course, what's going on here is, now Shinzo Abe is a nationalist and also he's a capitalist. More specifically, an advocator of capitalism. He believes that basically anything that gets in the way of making profit is bad. And of course, you know, the power companies here want to make as much money as possible. They want to get those reactors turned back on to make money. So it's not about actually supplying sufficient amount of power for the country. It's about making money. And these guys are making it more and more clear. It's almost to the point that they're not really hiding it anymore. Their concern is not for the nation of Japan. Their concern is not a stable energy supply, as they claim. Their desire is for some more money. Alright, so while we have this dangerous nuclear power here, Fukushima, still out of control, these guys are talking about turn the reactors back on, let's make some money, instead of actually trying to restructure the power grid and energy sources here in Japan. So that's what's going on here, okay? So until next time, this is me, Ryan, here in Japan, checking out.